the last game.
Yeah.
And it's been a long, hard off season. If you get back.
Yeah, it's I think we've been pretty productive in the off season on our strength and conditioning. I think we're so far we're so much better off than this time 365 days ago. Our kids are stronger, we're quicker, we're faster. They understand the system a lot better, so we're in a much better position now than we were 365 days ago.
And a lot of the kids that you have on your team, I personally know them, and just seeing them, just seeing the change in them from where they were to where they are now, it is actually remarkable. And I have to say, you did a great job with that.
Well, I appreciate that. The kids do all the work. They do the work, and they never complain. They go in and do the weight training and the conditioning and all the stuff, speed improvement stuff, and they do it. And hopefully this, as we go forward, hopefully we can see some return on investment, if you will, as we go through the season.
Absolutely.
But it's exciting to see our kids. They're just playing with a lot more, practicing and playing with a lot more confidence.
Right, and and that's what's great about actually being here, for a second year. You get that kids getting kind of familiar with your system, because I know when you came in, I was there during that meeting, and it was like, hey, what are you running, coach? Well, we're running wing T, and
right.
and I don't think the kids were used to that until you came in.
It takes a while, and we're so, like I said, we're so much further along than we were this time last year. Our kids have bought into the system, bought into what we're trying to do, bought into what we're doing defensively and offensively. As I've said last year, as the first-year coach, you have all rookies. Everybody's a rookie.
Right.
Last year, everybody, whether they were a senior or a freshman. So just try to imagine coaching 50 rookies. And
including your coach.
Yeah, everybody, and I was a rookie here at Salem, so you got it. So it goes both ways, and but now we're all veteran. Most of us are veterans.
Right.
Basically the only rookies we have are our freshmen and any new player we've got. But now we've got guys to tell them what to do.
Yeah.
And you got leadership. You've got guys that are upperclassmen that were through it last year and can help those younger guys and show them the example. Where we didn't, we just didn't have that as a rookie. Everyone's a rookie. There's no examples to show, and so that makes life so much better. And that's that is going to help our football team as we go forward.
So last week I know that we everybody had scrimmages, and I know you went. Did you went to Mitchell or did Mitchell come in?
We were at Mitchell. Yes.
How did that turn out? Let me ask you, what was one of the MVPs? And I don't mean like players. I'm talking about the most valuable play that you saw.
The most valuable play was our attitude, character, and effort.
Absolutely, I love that. Yeah.
Those are three things that we preach. Our kids know how to act. They know how to behave. They know how to have great sportsmanship. They know how to be coached. And that's a big deal. They know how to ride the bus over there. We had no problem. We had no problems with any of that. And we could focus on football.
Yeah.
When you're not dealing with other issues, you can focus on football. And that was the biggest thing I told my coaching staff and I told my players and parents after the game. Our biggest accomplishment was attitude, character, and effort.
Yeah.
But as far as on the field goes, I thought we got everybody a chance to play. We play a lot of young guys. We kind of treat it like an NFL preseason game.
Right.
Where, our quarterback, Adam Bull, I know he can play.
Yeah.
So he gets minimal reps. He got in there, got some reps, and did march just right down the field, leading the team on offense, made some plays defensively, but then we get him out. And we want to see our younger kids, Ethan Campbell got a lot of reps at quarterback as a sophomore, and then Adler Cox, a freshman, got some reps at quarterback. And that was the same throughout all of our positions. We want to, it's one of those things you want to evaluate, and we treat it just like an NFL preseason game where, the goal is to get through it without getting anybody hurt. And unfortunately, we lost a player who hurt his leg, Brian Stafford. So, that's the goal of getting this scrimmage is not getting
and he walks up to me and he goes, "I didn't know I could do it, Coach." I said, "Yeah, buddy." I said, "I've always told you to do it."
Yeah.
And I'm really proud of that kid. He's just one of those. He's one of those prize-tag kids, you know.
I mean, he made 21 out of 21 extra points last year. He didn't miss any extra points. That's unheard of in a high school for a high school kicker, and that's why he's getting a shot to play at Hanover College.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Coach. Well, hey, I sure appreciate you coming and talking to me tonight. Good luck on Friday. I mean, I'm really rooting for Salem to put a stomping on North Harrison because it's one of those rivals.
We've got our work cut out for us. As I tell the staff, it's always tough to open up with a team that's going to come right. I mean, just a team that's coming right at you.
Yeah.
And, it is what it is. We'll show up and give it a fight. And our kids, I think that's one thing last year. Our kids showed up and we fought every game.
Yeah.
I think we got blown out one game. That was Brownstown.
Yeah.
And other than that, I think we were in every game.
Right.
And, so that's a big deal. So I think our kids are playing with a lot more confidence. I look for big things, but, when you open up with North Harrison and Silver Creek, it's a 3A and a 4A, and, we're 2A now, our enrollment's less than 500. So it makes it tough, but our kids don't back down to the challenge. So I'm looking forward to it.
All right, fantastic. All right, well, thank you very much, Coach, and we'll be right back after these commercial break, and we'll be back.
Friday night lights are back, and so is high school football on WSLM Radio, where your team comes to play. WSLM brings the heat, and you don't want to miss a beat. High school football's where the action's at, so tune in now on WSLM, no need to chat. Friday night lights are back, and so is high school football on WSLM Radio. WSLM is bringing you all the touchdowns, tackles, and triumphs live over the radio and streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Don't believe me, just listen. Don't believe me, just listen. Get ready for this week's games with the Eastern Musketeers, Salem Lions, and the West Washington Senators battling it out under the lights. WSLM Sports Zone broadcasts are your ticket to all the Friday night action. Don't believe me, just listen. Come on, don't believe me, just listen. WSLM brings the heat, and you don't want to miss a beat.
Hear every big play, every touchdown, and every win.
Down to the 30, giving chase. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Indiana.
All over Hoosier country. Catch Indiana University football all season long. The Hoosiers open the season against Florida International. Join us Saturday, August 31st. Our coverage begins at 2:30, right here on your home for Indiana Hoosiers football.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're good at insurance. But not just any insurance. We're good at...
No.
Did you forget the parking brake? Yes, you forgot the parking brake. Insurance. When the forecast calls for cheese ball-sized hail insurance. Even shouldn't have parked under that tree. Insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
Call your Washington County Farm Bureau agent, Jason Petmeyer, at 812-620-8923.
Hey, and we're back, and guess what? We're live right here at McDonald's tonight, Coach's Corner. And we have just got done wrapping up the interview with Coach Gleasing, and now we're going to move on to the eastern side of the county with Montana Knight. Got a player with us tonight, Miller. Yeah. So let's talk to Coach Knight real quick. You had a scrimmage last week, and who did you scrimmage?
We scrimmaged Springs Valley last week.
Springs Valley, and so what was the MVP? When I say MVP, I mean most valuable play of what you noticed there.
I really liked how the offensive line started to come together. Skill guys, we got a handful of skill guys that are just off the charts.
Now what's the senior? How many seniors do you have this year?
We have 11.
I think so, somewhere in that.
Now, did all of those 11 come back from last year?
Well, I wasn't a coach there last year.
Okay.
But I think the only new kid might be Marty. Did he play last year?
He's been there. He's been there for a couple of years. But yeah.
We got a wide receiver, Bonja Balt. He's new.
So now I did notice that this year you've got a lot of new players. I mean, a lot of kids came out of the woodwork
with Coach Newton coming in, I mean, he's a great coach. He knows more about football than anybody I've ever been around.
Yeah.
And he just really got them to buy in and just being in the school with them every day and just getting kids to come out, and they really want to play for him.
Awesome. Now, I'm going to ask this because, everyone knows Leasing, he runs the wing T. What offense are you guys running?
Well, I mean, we're wing T too.
Wing T also?
Yeah.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, the wing T is a great offense. I mean, I think the Brownstown's running the wing T for I think he's ran it for years, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So knowing that, do you see that these kids are actually able to buy into it or to be able to pick that up pretty easily? Because like you said, you have a lot of good kids, so they were able to pick that up pretty quickly.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little rough at first, just like putting in any new offense. But, I mean, it's really starting to gel now. And like I said, offensive line's coming together. We got 4 seniors and a junior on the offensive line. I mean, we're averaging 260 across the board.
That's
so,
awesome,
I mean,
yeah. I mean, Blake there,
we've got some wings that are quick, fast, I mean, running over 20 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Big fullback. So, I mean, it's coming together.
Yeah. I hate to hear that because, you're playing, West Washington. Because everyone knows my son plays for West Washington. So let's talk about, the stats from West Washington the last few years. In 2022, West Washington beat Eastern 36-8. I know you wasn't here for any of this. In 2023, West Washington won against Eastern 2016. Then last year, West Washington defeated Eastern 27-21. I mean, we kind of see a pattern there. So, what is your what do you think that's going to change that from being basically you've been beat by West Washington the last 3 years? What's going to change that?
Well, really, it's getting the kids to buy in that they can beat them. It's a long history of losing to them. They run a great program over there, and we're trying to turn that around and getting them to buy in and just tell them, do your job. That's our big thing. Do your job, win the day.
Good job.
And go out there and take care of it, no matter who we're playing.
Awesome. All right, Aiden. So let's talk to the man here. We're senior. What's it feel like coming back to the senior this year?
Feels good, honestly, with a new coach and all that. Feels like a fresh start, a fresh breath of air, as we'd say.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys, like Coach Knight said, coming in, buying into it. I mean, like he said, putting in a new offense, it's a bit of a struggle at first, but I think all of us, we're seniors. We've been playing together for years, and we all just bought into it. We kind of clicked almost immediately.
Right. Awesome. Now, you talk about you're planning on going to college, looking to go to the show, as we all like to say. A lot of work goes into that. I know that when I see others that go to the show, that when it comes to actually picking that school, have you already kind of picked the school, or?
I have not, just not yet, but I just want to look for a school that has a great culture around their program, a great coaching staff, and really anywhere I can get a really good degree, and it looks good.
You know what? That's the biggest thing. I can tell you is make sure you work on that degree, because football, unless you're coaching or unless you're being an announcer, does not last forever.
Oh yeah.
Especially with those big guys.
Oh yeah.
I get hurt getting out of bed nowadays. It's like I'm 50, and I didn't play that much football, and I'm going, man, I tell you what, I'm kind of hurting nowadays. So, but no, it's awesome that you guys have got this, the new program out there. Now, how many new coaches are actually out?
So TJ, myself, and then Mikey Batt, and Dylan Moore.
Yeah.
And Brent Ferris and Brad Moore were on the staff last year.
Gotcha.
So we've got 4 new coaches.
Yeah, that is. I tell you what, it's amazing to see the. I mean, like Salem last year, new program, entirely new program. Eastern this year, entirely new program. West Washington, what was it, 5 years ago when Coach Bowsen passed away? Completely new program. Within our county, we have not had a program within the county that's older than 5 years, in all honesty. So to see, a new program coming in that he's pretty young too, isn't he? Yeah. It'd be nice to actually see him stay in there, for quite a few years. So excited about that. Excited about him coming to Eastern. Anything else you guys got that you got ready for West Washington?
away. We don't want to give away too much.
Come on now. Well, I mean, I'd be happy to see you at the game tomorrow night. And I coach middle school, so we'll be playing the middle school tomorrow night. So I guess it is tomorrow night. We'll coach this one. And I keep thinking it's Thursday, guys. I'm trying to rush the week along here.
Just waiting for football to show up.
Yeah. So it's kind of funny because for me, it's like, football never ends. And my kids and my wife are so upset with me. It's like all the time. It's like, is that all you do is want to watch football? Yeah, that's all I want to do. I mean, when the NFL goes off, I'm ready for the XFL or whatever it is nowadays. I watch college, I watch high school, and it's like if I cannot get one more channel of football, then I used to be a NASCAR fan, not anymore. I want to watch football. That's all I want to do. So
that's all I do. My wife gets on me all the time. That's eat, sleep, and breathe it.
Yeah. And they don't understand. It's like football is our life. That's knowing all these different plays, knowing all these different schemes, and yeah. I think about it all the time. I wake up in the middle of the night going, oh, I saw the play. There's something wrong with somebody when they do that. They wake up in the middle of the night wondering, oh, I'm seeing a play in my head, and I want to write it down. And yeah, so, well, guys, good luck on Friday.
Thank you.
I will not be rooting for you. I'll be 100% honest with you. I'm honest, just because my kid plays on the other team. So, but still, always love the county rivalry games. They're usually the best. I'll take that over a Sexton in my mind, just because it's like you get those three teams together, and it's like you see a harder football game there than you see all season long.
100%.
You get a year like last year where everybody went 1-1.
Yeah,
I mean it's happened a couple times, and it's good to see that.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey guys, thanks very much for coming on the show, and I tell you what, we will be right back with some messages coming through. So we'll be right back.
Drew and Jonathan Scott here to tell you that American Family Insurance is committed to protecting your dream home so that your family has a place to share laughs, celebrations, and milestones.
Which is why their new homeowner discount rewards customers who have purchased a new home in the last 3 years with a discount on their homeowner's policy.
American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Contact Rodney Bruff, agent at Rodney S. Bruff Agency Incorporated at 812-277-1400 today.
Discount and savings amounts and eligibility will vary. Some restrictions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin. Products not available in every state.
After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Meadowview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward Rehabilitation Program offers a full range of therapies. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Meadowview and Salem Crossing, two great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272.
Give Du Bois County Tire a call. Big or small, they service all. They have the name brand tires to keep you cruising on down the road. They got tires for driving mean. They even got them for your farm machine. You can call them day or night. Du Bois County Tire does it right. Big or small, we service all. Du Bois County Tire.
Now through March 31st, buy 4 eligible Bridgestone tires and get $70 back by mail on Bridgestone Visa prepaid card. Get up to $100 when you use your CFNA credit card. Bridgestone, solutions for your journey. Available at Washington County Tire Shop in Salem. Subject to credit approval, restrictions apply. See BridgestoneRewards.com for details.
Big or small, we service all. Du Bois County Tire.
And we're back. And guess what? We're live right here at McDonald's. And already wrapped up 2 interviews. Got Coach Gleason done early, and then the coach of West Washington came in. They had a player come in, Aiden Miller. Keep your eye on him for the year. And now we're back here, and we got Jeremy Lowry on the mic. And good to see you, Jeremy.
Yeah, how are you? Doing well.
Very good, very good. So got a lot of things to talk about, man. A lot of things.
I'm fighting a little bit of cold, but
life is good. What's funny is you could never tell it because your voice, and you're a football coach, but I hear you out there screaming and yelling. Your voice is like gone most of the time. I guarantee it. I bet when you get home, Breeze is like, he can't talk. I'm so glad. So let's talk about the greatest game in world football.
Oh man, it's here.
I know.
Super excited, and you wait and you wait and you wait. Don't think it's ever going to get here, and then you play that scrimmage, you exchange film, and here we go.
Yeah.
It's starting, and we'll blink, and it'll be week 5, and so the name of the game right now is soak it up and enjoy it.
Right.
Try not to get too overwhelmed in the moment, and take a little time. It's over the years I've tried to do a better job of just taking it all in, enjoying the moments a little bit more. It's a fun journey, but it can be exhausting if you let it. So you gotta, you gotta take in those moments and really cherish the prep time. And
I think what a lot of people don't know about you though is you are like a football psychopath. And I say that just in a good way, just because it's like, you're not only coaching high school football, you also get out there and you coach a lot with the youth. Come over and you've helped coach, with the middle school. Anything to do with football. I mean, I don't see how in the world your body handles the constant thinking and the constant motion of football. Because I saw you out there yesterday. You say, "Oh, I had a cold." I saw you out there running around with the defense, playing quarterback. I mean, we're not at that age anymore. You still do it. It's a couple things there. One, our vision was to build the entire program. Just always believe there's no such thing as a quick fix. Quick fixes get you exposed down the line. If you're going to take a job and you want to run a program, you got to run all 3 phases, and that's youth, that's junior high, that's high school. You got to dive in. You got to build relationships with those kids at an early age. We are about to really start benefiting from a lot of kids that have been very connected with our coaching staff at a very young age. Right.
Our current freshmen, they played 1 year in our current youth program.
Yeah.
And every year after that, our next year's freshman will play 2.
Right.
The year after that, he'll play 3.
Right.
Then you get into our current 6th graders. My son being one of them. Coach Deaton's son being one of them. Coach Nance's son being one of them. That'll be the first group that played all 4 years in our youth program.
Right.
Our junior high program. Super proud of the work that Coach Bowers and his staff are doing there. And,
right.
Our numbers, we got roughly 50 kids between 2 classes.
Oh, yeah.
That's great numbers. I don't care what class you are in football. That's great numbers.
Right.
And those numbers are about to start arriving, and it's exciting. And then you take the high school program. We haven't cut any corners. We've built relationships. We've invested in expanding our advanced PE. Our current sophomore class is the first class that was able to take 7th and 8th grade advanced PE.
Right.
So now every group since then is benefiting from that. So yeah, there's a lot of things that we put into what we call Let's Be Great, and we truly have made that investment from the bottom up.
Right. So we know what Coach Gleason. He runs the wing tee offense.
Yep.
We know Eastern that they just told us
wing tee as well.
Yep. What offense is West Washington running?
We're a flex mode offense.
What's going on?
Yes, sir.
Now there's going to be some people that go, okay, I don't understand any of this, and if you don't freak out. get online and look, and you'll understand what these different kind of offenses are, because they are completely different.
Yeah, I mean, there's I would call wing T and flex bone first cousins.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of similarities there. The overall, what you're trying to do as far as put a defense in a bind, inside hitting plays, outside hitting plays. They just block more people than we do.
Right.
We leave some people unblocked and make decisions.
Yes.
We block them with our eyes.
Yeah.
And our decision making more than they do. But other than that, a lot of similarities in offense.
Yeah, it seems like the wing T, there's a lot of misdirection and not knowing where the ball is, that type of thing. It seems like with flex bone, it's more like by the time that a guard gets here, the ball's already way over there.
Yeah, I mean they're trying
speed offense.
Yeah, I mean both of them are trying to create angles. So you're trying to create angles. You're trying to create everything into basically a down block and a nice angle. They just outside of those down blocks, they kick a guy out. We don't kick them out. Right. We just don't block them, and we make them decide who's going to have the ball.
Right. Yeah. Now, and then we can talk about defense, but everyone knows that I hate defense, so I'm not going to talk about it. So let's talk about some of the stats. Last 3 years, we going into Eastern, we West Washington has clearly made it the dominant thing, beat Eastern last 2 years. They just said that hey, this year they've got more numbers than what they've ever had before. Is that something that actually that you've thought about during coming up on Friday?
I mean, they have a nice looking football team.
Yeah, they do.
Big up front, good athlete at quarterback, nice skill players at the slot and receivers. Size, you can't teach size. Big fullback. No, nice looking football team.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we don't. Obviously, we're game planning Eastern and we're getting ready and preparing to play them. But at the end of the day,
that's not what you're looking for.
Absolutely.
And I know we talked about this last year. You were looking for let's get through sectionals. Let's get to
even before that is building a mentality that we're going to control what we can control.
Right. Control the controllable.
I can't control Eastern's roster.
Right.
Okay. It's what we can control is what West Washington.
Absolutely.
And what kind of football we play. And really early on in the season, week one's a tough week.
Oh yeah.
And it's not just tough for us, it's tough for Eastern, it's tough for Salem. It'll be tough for every school kicking off Friday night and getting your team ready to play their first real football game. And, generally the winners on Saturday morning when you wake up, read the paper, are the team that blocked better, tackled better, and took care of the football better.
Right. Yeah.
And that's what you got to dial in tight on. There's a lot of things you can drive yourself crazy with, and big line, big back, things like that. And do you prepare for that? Yeah, you prepare for all that, but at the end of the day, we're playing a football game. So you got to block, you got to tackle, you got to take care of the football, and you got to limit self-inflicted wounds.
Right.
And I think we're going to go out and do that, and I think we're going to go out and do that really well. And that's all I can control.
Right. Now, last week, we all had a scrimmage. Talked to Eastern, talked to Salem about how the scrimmage went. How did everything go with North Harrison? Was it like you expected, or was there something in there that you saw that you went, hey, I didn't see that?
Yes. Yes, and yes.
Yeah.
There's some things that turn out how you perceive them to turn out. There's sometimes a couple surprises. And then kind of go along with that, there's generally good, bad, and ugly.
Yes.
And that's just the way it is. We limited some snaps. that you have a good idea on, and you only need a certain amount of snaps to verify your thoughts on those kids. And then there's other kids that you need to take a little deeper dive at. That's what makes a scrimmage interesting, because everybody kind of plays those cards a little bit differently. We got about 29 snaps with what we would consider what we thought going into it were our varsity players. And then we got about, I can't remember what it shaked out to be, about 24 snaps with what we thought going into it was JV players.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it worked for us.
Right.
There's a couple kids that surprise you both ways.
Right.
Not something I really want to talk about,
Well, yeah, you don't want to give
but
you don't want to give away your tail, but then again, it's like, I get it. I completely get it, yeah.
Yeah. You had some kids that, really stepped up. You're like, I'm super proud of that kid, and maybe a little bit farther along than we thought. Then maybe you had some kids that were like, you know what, they need a little bit more time. They need a little bit more development. That's what it's all about.
Right. So MVP, not in most valuable player, but most valuable play. What's the most valuable play? Defense, offense, it didn't matter. What did you know that you was just like, you were like, oh yeah, that's it right here. That's it.
Most valuable play. From the scrimmage?
Yes. I'm going to ask you this every week. What was the most valuable play of every game?
The first one.
The first. I like Dan. But it was the beginning, right?
It was the first one. It was the next challenge.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, Coach, thank you so much for coming in, man. I'm great. It's always great talking.
Yeah. We appreciate you guys putting this on.
The bad thing is, I can sit here and I can talk to Coach about football for hours, and I know he can too. So, hey, we'll see you next week, buddy.
Hey,
same time, same place.
Thank you very much. We appreciate your time.
Hey, thank you, buddy. Thanks. So we'll be right back.
The City of Salem Parks and Recreation Department is planning activities for your children and will have several events and opportunities this fall and winter. And don't forget to take advantage of our facilities at DePaul Park and Riley's Place Playground. Shelters are available to reserve by calling the office at 812-883-2895. There is an outside grill, picnic tables, and 4 basketball goals. Community Park on Salem's east side has a variety of activities, from basketball and tennis to skateboarding, and it's also the location for t-ball games, youth baseball, and adult softball leagues almost every evening and weekend. If you would like to reserve a field, please contact the Parks Department. Also, there is playground equipment, a covered shelter and picnic area, and volleyball and a basketball court at Elizabeth Street Park. For additional information, call Tom Foltz at 812-883-2895 or stop by his office in City Hall.
Hear every big play, every touchdown, and every win.
Spins away from it. He's got a man wide open for a touchdown.
Jump on the Boilermakers Special. Boiler up, Purdue fans. Purdue opens the season against Indiana State. Join us Saturday, August 31st. Our coverage begins at 11 a.m. right here on your home for Purdue Boilermakers football.
Let's get on our feet and give a big hand to the starting lineup at McDonald's here in Salem. The Quarter Pounder is coming on the field. Filet of fish and those golden delicious fries are warming up on the sidelines. And now for the feature star of the night, the Big Mac. You'll score every time with a hot, fresh meal from McDonald's in Salem, whether you're there for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Take a time out and stop by before or after the big game to check out their all-day breakfast menu or value menu. Download the McDonald's app and you can get great deals on delicious tastes all day long, including buy 5 McCafe drinks and get 1 free. You'll score every time with the wife and kids when you make a touchdown at the Golden Arches right here in Salem. And don't forget, McDonald's has gift cards so you can give that great fresh taste all season long.
Or stop by 603 South Main Street today. And be sure to tune in at 8 p.m. on Wednesday nights with Bubba Abbott on WSLM AM 1220 and FM 97.9 for Coach's Corner, our live local coaches show that broadcasts live each week from McDonald's in Salem. Tune in to hear what Eastern, Salem, and West Washington coaches have to say about the next big game.
Chris? Chris?
Yeah. Okay. All right, and we're back, and we're live right here on WSLM, and we're at McDonald's. We just wrapped up Coach's Corner with Coach Jeremy. Would like to go over our sponsors for tonight's program. We got brought to you by, of course, we're at McDonald's, and that's one of the sponsors. So, Meadowview Healthcare, Salem Crossing, John Jones Auto Group, Papa John's Pizza, McAllister's Land Consulting, and Schnick Orthopedic. So, I want to thank all those sponsors for coming out and doing this program. And so, talking to coaches, I've learned a few things tonight. That I think is very important for all of us to take into this season. There's only one team that actually has had a coach that has been here for over 4 or 5 years, and that's Coach Jeremy and Coach Lowry and Coach Gleason too. Last year we got a new coach, a whole new coaching staff. Seems like it's and so we're going to see a lot of changes. I think in the next few months, just going from new. So when these teams get out there on the field, it's going to be interesting to really kind of go, okay, well, let's see everybody's attention. And so we've got this week. Of course, we have Eastern, and they're playing West Washington, and then we got Salem that's going to be playing North Harrison. Both games are going to be slobber knockers. I think they're going to be great games. The Salem and North Harrison game, I think, is actually going to be a hard fought battle because like I said, West Washington played the heck of a scrimmage the other day against West Washington, and those kids are monsters. I mean, they're you're talking the running back at number 17. Just he never, I don't think he ever slowed down during the entire game, and just ran it down the throat of West Washington, and then just a lot of big kids out there. They're always big out there. So I think it's going to be a great game out there for that. Also, I want to talk a little bit about this is the first program of the year, and it's we don't really have much to talk about as in what happened last week. I mean, the scrimmages and stuff. It's like, well, we learned a lot of what we can do, what we can't do, but really it's not a game. It's not a game that goes in our record book, that type of thing. So I want people to understand that hopefully the next program is going to be a little bit longer of knowing, what to expect, the scores and the excitement. Because I tell you what, I'm so excited about football this year. Tomorrow night, West Washington is playing Eastern in their middle school team. So come out to West Washington and watch that, and be glad to have you out there. So, again, I want to thank our sponsors, McDonald's, Meadowview Healthcare, Salem Crossing, John Jones Auto Group, Papa John's Pizza, McAllister's Land Consulting, Schnick Orthopedics, and thank you very much for the night. We will talk to you next week, same time, same channel.
WSLM Radio, where your team.
We're getting ready for the 53rd season of Coach's Corner on WSLM and gearing up for another season of high school sports on the radio. I'm your host, Chris Hunt, and we're going to bring together all 3 coaches, their staff, some players. We're going to set them down at the table. We're going to talk about the previous games, and also we're going to talk about the games coming up. Join me live at McDonald's Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock for Coach's Corner.
Friday night lights are back, and so is high school football on WSLM Radio, where your team comes to play. WSLM brings the heat, and you don't want to miss a beat. High school football's where the action's at, so tune in now on WSLM, no need to chat. Friday night lights are back.
Hear every big play, every touchdown, and every win.
Down to the 30, giving chase. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Indiana.
All over Hoosier Country. Catch Indiana University football all season long. The Hoosiers open the season against Florida International. Join us Saturday, August 31st. Our coverage begins at 2:30, right here on your home for Indiana Hoosiers football.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're good at insurance. But not just any insurance. We're good at...
No.
Did you forget the parking brake? Yes, you forgot the parking brake. Insurance. When the forecast calls for cheese ball-sized hail, insurance. Even shouldn't have parked under that tree. Insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
Call your Washington County Farm Bureau agent, Jason Petmeyer, at 812-620-8923.
Drew and Jonathan Scott here to tell you that American Family Insurance is committed to protecting your dream home so that your family has a place to share laughs, celebrations, and milestones.
Which is why their new homeowner discount rewards customers who have purchased a new home in the last 3 years with a discount on their homeowner's policy.
American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Contact Rodney Bruff, agent at Rodney S. Bruff Agency Incorporated at 812-277-1400 today.
Discount and savings amounts and eligibility will vary. Some restrictions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin. Products not available in every state.
Planning to buy some land or build a new home or maybe put up a fence? Do you know your property lines? Are you in a floodplain? When it comes to surveying your property, call someone you can trust with years of experience. That's McAllister Land Consulting. Call 812-274-0860, providing fast, friendly service at reasonable rates. McAllister Land Consulting can provide a wide range of services, including residential and commercial certified land surveys, flood elevation certificates, and land usage consulting. Get to know your property. Call McAllister Land Consulting for a free quote today at 812-274-0860.
After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Meadowview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward rehabilitation program offers a full range of therapies. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Meadowview and Salem Crossing, two great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272.
Give Du Bois County Tire a call. Big or small, they service all. They have the name brand tires, you know, to keep you cruising on down the road. They got tires for driving mean. They even got them for your farm machine. You can call them day or night. Du Bois County Tire does it right. Big or small, we service all. Du Bois County Tire.
Now through March 31st, buy 4 eligible Bridgestone tires and get $70 back by mail on Bridgestone Visa prepaid card. Get up to $100 when you use your CFNA credit card. Bridgestone, solutions for your journey. Available at Washington County Tire Shop in Salem. Subject to credit approval, restrictions apply. See BridgestoneRewards.com for details.
Big or small, we service all. Du Bois County Tire.
After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Meadowview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward rehabilitation program offers a full range of therapies. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Meadowview and Salem Crossing, two great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272.
The City of Salem Parks and Recreation Department is planning activities for your children and will have several events and opportunities this fall and winter. And don't forget to take advantage of our facilities at DePaul Park and Riley's Place Playground. Shelters are available to reserve by calling the office at 812-883-2895. There is an outside grill, picnic tables, and 4 basketball goals. Community Park on Salem's east side has a variety of activities, from basketball and tennis to skateboarding, and it's also the location for t-ball games, youth baseball, and adult softball leagues almost every evening and weekend. If you would like to reserve a field, please contact the Parks Department. Also, there is playground equipment, a covered shelter and picnic area, and volleyball and a basketball court at Elizabeth Street Park. For additional information, call Tom Foltz at 812-883-2895 or stop by his office in City Hall.
Hear every big play, every touchdown, and every win.
Spins away from it. He's got a man wide open for a touchdown.
Jump on the Boilermakers Special. Boiler up, Purdue fans. Purdue opens the season against Indiana State. Join us Saturday, August 31st. Our coverage begins at 11 a.m. right here on your home for Purdue Boilermakers football.
Let's get on our feet and give a big hand to the starting lineup at McDonald's here in Salem. The quarter pounder is coming on the field. Filet of fish and those golden delicious fries are warming up on the sidelines. And now for the feature star of the night, the Big Mac. You'll score every time with a hot, fresh meal from McDonald's in Salem, whether you're there for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Take a time out and stop by before or after the big game to check out their all-day breakfast menu or value menu. Download the McDonald's app and you can get great deals on delicious tastes all day long, including buy 5 McCafe drinks and get 1 free. You'll score every time with the wife and kids when you make a touchdown at the Golden Arches right here in Salem. And don't forget, McDonald's has gift cards so you can give that great fresh taste all season long.
Or stop by 603 South Main Street today. And be sure to tune in at 8 p.m. on Wednesday nights with Bubba Abbott on WSLM AM 1220 and FM 97.9 for Coach's Corner, our live local coaches show that broadcasts live each week from McDonald's in Salem. Tune in to hear what Eastern, Salem, and West Washington coaches have to say about the next big game.